did not turn the other cheek and go in the other direction.
What do you mean?
No,
in any of the skirmishes.
He does both, Ebro. He gets into it, and then he wants to be like, hey, I'm not looking for it. But, yo, quick jab back to your face. Hey.
Right. Well, no.
Fighting tight.
Well, what he said was he grew up that way. Doesn't mean he's that way now.
So why are you even referencing it to like...
Well, because, but that's a part of the Drake brand has always been about bringing you close to his bosom, hugging you, you know what I'm saying, showing you where his heart is at, listening to his heartbeat, and then, you know, pushing you away and playing the victim.
Right.
Wow. That's where we're going to that one now.
Well, but that's not even directed at any rapper. That's just even like when you're looking at the relationship talk, a lot of times he's the victim. It's, you know, you broke his heart. He was trying to be nice.
Oh, no. There's definitely parts where he's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy.
Yeah. He dropped the ball. There's definitely those records too.
So in the end, to put a bow on this thing, we expect that Drake will be dropping again soon, and it will be like on your head top.
I think so too.
I think so too.
Sounds like
so my theory here is, you know, this latest album, looking at the charts, doesn't seem to have removed any of these GNX hammers from their chart position. Nokia is doing very well, but people were talking yesterday about the way the charts were going to look this week when they came out, and they were talking about how dominant Luther, Not Like Us. On Apple Music's Global 100, Luther and Not Like Us are still 1 and 2. Nokia is 3. And then after that, there's not a Drake record in the global top 100 until you get to 14.
Not all the way to 14.
All the way to 14. You know, Drake.
But you know what it is, man. You guys, Apple Music, y'all the ops.
Fact.
How is that? How is that?
It is fact.
No, it's not true. Nokia is number 1 in the USA.
Yeah, but no, we saw the tweet. We saw the tweet.
Man. We saw the Apple Not Like Us tweet.
Yeah,
bro.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, and we did the Super Bowl. I forgot already. I forgot.
You might as well pull his music from Apple now.
It's fake news.
Oh,
it's fake
God.
news.
All right, that's your...
Or something like that, because I've collaborated with Drake several times, not directly one-on-one, but I would have, if I had a candid relationship like with the artists I deal with, I would have said, play me what you got right now, not the diss records. And then I would have heard everything. I would have initially pointed out what I felt the hit was, and I would have erased every verse on it, and I would have just kept the hook, maybe tailored it a little bit to feel something like that, and I'd be like, go in on but go in on a hit.
And that is what a producer does, everybody. I just want to say that because you see what I'm saying? Like if you're reaching, go where you going, because it's almost like we're panicking now. Like we're in panic mode. What do? Let's calm down. What's the best we have? Whether this is, I didn't even. That's what my plan was. Just keep going. Like
nah, he hit him with a right hook. He beat him to his own win. Like you see what happened with Meek and him.
Yeah,
like
he saw what happened. He should have saw it.
He came and made the hit record, but at the same token, allowing grace and being respectful, because I don't know what the mental of everybody was at the same time. Like in my honest opinion, it's like it was first time his back was against the wall. Like, but in a way to where it didn't have nothing to lean on. Like Pusha, he came with some shit that, like, at the end of the day, could write that off. Like, this is my son. I don't give a what you said about my son. It's my son. I didn't take an L. I'm not gonna do this, but it was just strictly music, like the Kendrick situation. And I just think he to me, honestly, I wouldn't even have entertained it.
You would have went the other way.
Bro, I got, what's Drake's out? What's your out? Like, people have to understand and identify that. As a person in music business, I want to encourage every young producer, every young creative to understand what the is your out. This don't last forever. It's only rare people in like a Ray Daniels, like a me, like a they got having a 5-year career is a blessing in the business.
I can't believe
10-year career.
I can't believe we 20 I can't believe it.
Like, bro, like, what is your out now?
Do you feel like he'd have to be an exexecutive or move in
he
that kind
is
of?
The executive.
I mean, drop the whole artist thing.
That's why people doing all this bullshit with the lawsuit with Universal and everything that's going on. Drake has a label deal with Warner. He doesn't need Universal. That's why he pivot and they can come up. Like, I'm sure in Drake's contract is nowhere in there that says that he can't create a group. The same way I put Ty Dolla $ign with Jeremiah and called it My Ty. Him and Party Next Door could call their group something different. Universal can't control it. They can put it out. He can go get hot off that and then figure everything out. So it's just kind of like, man,
how do you think it plays out?
To me personally, I don't even give a no more. It's, it's just so like whatever. I'm just ready for the next Drake hit. You know, I'm open.
So you think he gonna come back with hits?
I honestly think that that's what he does. He's a hit maker. That's what he does. I don't know if it will be received with social media and all this other shit. Somebody always got something bad to say. Yeah. I remember when I seen you in LA for BET Awards, right? Drake has been at the forefront of music so long that he set the pace of what the standard of what is supposed to sound like. So it gave every co-producer that I work with and every beat programmer, everybody that I work with, a standard to say, this is what it is. And this is the mark you got to hit. You could be a little under it, you could be a little over it, whatever, but this is where the standard is. I think when Kendrick took the reins of that, everybody can't rap on a mustard beat. That mustard beat, not like us, is not going to be the universal sound of where this is going. Every time Drake dropped, he showed us where the game was going. His co-producer, his Boy Wonder, Vinyls, all these, they set the tone to what the standard of was, and it wasn't just marginalized as a sound. Nobody says Drake sounds like Toronto. It sounds like the world. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like what hip hop is, what R&B is. So now, who's at the forefront of that? You tell me. I want to ask you a question.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's Kendrick. It feels like he took the top spot.
But would you advise an artist that you're grooming or someone that man, go make a not like us?
Yeah, and let me tell you why.
Sonically.
Okay, so the one thing I think so when you think about the West Coast, as much as we visited, it didn't really have a huge imprint on the totality of hip hop, right? You mean what I mean by that is it's like because the West Coast is put like this. They mean more than the artists they have, right? Because it's like everybody want to be on the West Coast, but when you really look at it, it's like Ice Cube and Dre and them been around since the 80s. Yeah. Right? So then you go Snoop 90s, right? Then you add The Game, right? Then you add YG, you add Kendrick, but it's more like the Avengers than it is an entire universe of them. Like in Atlanta, you got Baby, 21, 2 Chainz, Future. You can name 50 rappers in Atlanta. You can't name 50 rappers from LA.
That's probably right, y'all. So there you have it. That was Ebro from the Hot 97. And he was breaking down Drake because Drake right now is doing damage control. Even though he lost the beef, he's been doing damage control for the past couple of, I would say, 2 months. And the first thing that he did was he booked a whole tour in Australia, and that tour is now canceled. But the reason why he booked that tour is because he wanted to do a temperature check and see if people were effing with him. And when he realized that people were effing with him, that's when he decided to cancel the tour in Australia and then go back to the drawing board. And now he's about to make a comeback. So now he's going to be headlining the World Cup, and that is going to be his big comeback. And I actually think that Drake is going to be able to do this. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.